Okay, so I have both sets right here. Now, the first set that I want to dive into is the eye set. We have all the necessities in order to, of course, do an eye look. So I'm going to take these out of the box. So this is the Extra AF Eye Kit. 7 brushes in here. We also get the color switch in the middle. Now, I've never liked a color switch because I feel like that ruins your bristles pretty quickly. But this one doesn't feel as rough as some of the other ones I've felt in the past. It kind of has like all your necessities in here to like create like an eye look. So I wanted to start with this first. So I'm just gonna pop these all out. Okay, so I got all the brushes popped out. Now they do feel, I mean, they don't feel like super heavy or anything. I mean, these are like drugstore, more like affordable brushes. But that's just like what I feel. They're not very like heavy or anything. Whenever you get new brushes, you should always take like a brush cleaner, like just like a instant brush cleaner, and kind of brush them down. So this is Clinique brush cleaner inside a MAC Vic Plus bottle because my bottle nozzle kind of broke. And you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. So just going to like, and I kind of like the way this sprays a little bit better. So, and then I'm just going to take a like towel and just quickly just dry them off. So we don't have to do like a deep clean, just kind of like make sure you sanitize, I guess is the better word. But so yeah, using like an instant brush cleaner will also kind of, you know, not have any dry time. So we kind of can go right into these. So I have this Ofra X. Oh, this is just like a collab day, isn't it? So this is the Ofra X Samantha March Life's a Draft palette. I have not used this yet, so it's really pretty. I think it kind of matches like my shirt too. So I really love like this maroony shade right here. But I think I want to go into this. This is actually going to be a first impressions on Ofra eyeshadows too, because I've never used an Ofra eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and prime using the Urban Decay primer potion. This is the original. And I'm going to take that from Lash to Brow Bone. And I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. There's not really like a base shade in here. Okay, so this is a palette that I haven't necessarily used on my channel, but have used. This is the KKW Classic 2. And it has this perfect like bone shade in it, so I will be using that. I'm just going to take the fluffier brush. This is the 045. Now the like numbers are like tiny on here. I don't even know. Yeah, so like the numbers are tiny on here. So excuse me if I squint, but I'm just gonna take that perfect like base shade in there. It's called Exist, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. Okay, base shade is on. I look crazy. Time to move on. So going back to the 042 brush and that shade 09. Now I'm gonna take that onto my crease. So like on the lid, it feels super buttery. So I'm gonna go back to that 045 fluffy brush that we used for the base shade, tap everything off. So yeah, so you see like very dusty in the pan, but now it's good. Now I'm gonna dive into this like burgundy shade. It's called Cherry. That picked up really good on the brush. And I'm gonna put that a little bit lower into the crease. This is a super pretty color. So I think one thing to know, but like one thing is like all these brushes are synthetic fibers. And like the brushes that I have the most of are my Morphe brushes, and those are all, I think, real hair brushes. So I typically do prefer like the real hair eyeshadow brushes because I feel like they just do like a better job of blending. I think that sometimes synthetic brushes can grab pigment and not blend the best, but these are blending really nicely. Gonna go back in with the smaller brush, the 042 and that 09 color, and kind of just blend things at the top a little bit. Gonna dip back into that cherry color and go on the other eye. Now those two colors super pretty. Now I don't really have like another brush to like hit the outer edge with, so I think I'm gonna take this one. This is the 043. This kind of looks like a packing brush, but it's a little fluffier. There's a brush similar to it. This is the 040. So this one's a little bit shorter this I feel like I would use as like a packing brush or like a smudging brush, but this one's a little bit fluffier. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as like a blending brush. I'm gonna grab this darker color up here. It's called Ram, and I'm going to put that in the outer edge to give me some more depth. So right in here. And I think for this look, we'll just keep it pretty tight. I won't flick it out. I know, shocker, but just gonna try and keep it right in here. Yeah, so that gave me a little bit more dimension. Gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So we have a little bit of like more of a rounded eye now, and we got a little bit of depth going on with that shade. So now I'm gonna grab this shimmer shade here. So this shimmer shade is called Honors, and I think that is gonna match the best. I think I'll grab a little bit of this color too. This is called Maya, and kind of just like mix them together. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna take that 040 brush, and I'm gonna use this as like a packing brush. So I'm gonna grab first the Honors color, and I don't think I have to wet this, but let's see. So I'm gonna put that right on the lid. I might have to wet this. So I'm gonna grab the color. I'm just gonna grab some Fix Plus here. Some actual Fix Plus, not my brush cleaner. Okay, so that really isn't giving me the shine that I want. Yeah, that really isn't giving me the shine that I want. I'm gonna flip the brush over, and I'm going to take this color Maya instead, and I'll put that, I guess, more like in the middle. Yeah, these little shimmers aren't really doing it for me, which is kind of crazy because Ofra's highlighter formula is intense, so I don't understand what's going on here. This is a very sad like lid color. Like, I guess it shows up, but it's not like reflective at all. It just looks like, it almost looks matte to me. Well, good thing this isn't a review on this palette. But I'm just gonna do the same thing. I guess I'm just going to take that darker shimmer color as a base, and then put the lighter one on top, and just call it a day. I think that's just gonna be the eyeshadow look today. So we have a couple more brushes that, well, actually we do have just two more brushes. Oh, actually, we have 3 brushes left in this eye set. One of them is like a little, I don't even know what that would be. I think this would be good for like the inner corner and like brow bone. It's like a weird little pointy brush. This is the 041. We have a very thin brow brush with a very large spoolie at the end. This is the 044. And then we have this, so this looks like a mascara separating tool. Let me actually see what this is called. This is the 039, so it is a lash groomer. Finely tapered metal bristles to comb, separate, elongate lashes after applying mascara. I think I'll do my inner corner first using the 041. And I'm going to tap into this highlighter shade in the middle. It's called Dream Chaser. And I'm sure this is gonna give me the payoff that I need. Ooh. And it sure is. Love that. So before I highlight my brow bone, I'm gonna take my Benefit Pomade and the 044 brush. So I'm going to grab the product and then smoosh it right in the lip. So this is a tiny brush. So this is the actual like Benefit brush, and then this is the Real Techniques brush, just for like comparison. So although they are both tiny, I feel like the Real Techniques one is way smaller, which, I mean, cool. So I'm gonna first kind of just draw it out. One thing that does kind of like concern me about this spoolie is that it's pot yellow, like neon yellow. So it's gonna get very dirty, which, I mean, might not bother most people. But if it was black, yeah, see, so it already is starting to get like super dirty with the brow color. I don't know if that's gonna show up on camera, but you know, that could, I don't know, it would bother me if I didn't care that much about it. That's just like a little insider thought. One brow done. So I never try to add too much because my brows are already thick. So I just kind of like sharpen the edges, sharpen my tail, and then brush through the product pretty, like, I don't know, like aggressively. And then I brush it through using the spoolie. And that usually gets me kind of like natural-ish looking brows. Brows are on. Now I do like this. This is very tiny. This kind of reminds me of my Anastasia 12 brush, which I have like 3 of. And I don't know, I kind of vibe. I do like this. Now, the only thing that is going to like kill me is like that the spoolie is so dirty. Now, and that's just whatever. Like, that's just a design, you know, but I don't know. If I get that it's neon, I understand why it's a neon yellow spoolie, but that's just like one thing that, you know, I don't feel like everybody will love. I'm gonna take back that 041 brush, dip back into that highlighter color, and then highlight my brow bone. This is like the perfect brush for like your brow bone, because it almost like, I don't know, it has that like nice shape to it, so you can really like get it and like blend it out at the same time. So love that. Love that color too. I don't really feel like doing a liquid liner today, so I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on some mascara, and then we'll be able to test out the spiky lash separator brush. So I don't think any of my mascaras, well, I mean they could be. I don't think any of my mascaras are particularly clumpier than the others, but I feel like the Urban Decay Perversion can really get clumpy if you get it there. So I'm just gonna do kind of a more generous than normal amount of mascara. So I'm really gonna like build it out. And then I'm gonna take the lash separator tool and really see what we're working with. So now I'm gonna take the lash separator comb and see, like, I don't know how to use this one. I have this one. So this one makes more sense to me because it's at a curve. So I can just like go in and, you know, do that. But this one is straight. So I'm just gonna, I guess. So besides me having to get super close to the mirror, I guess this is working. Oh yeah, definitely working. I get the idea, so not bad. I think I'll stick to my curved one. Yeah, see, that just makes more sense to me. I don't know. I think I'll stick to my curved one more, but I could see that, you know, being beneficial. I'm gonna throw on a lash because I just want to. I just got like all these new pairs of Ioni lashes and I'm so excited about them. I posted a whole video of these on my TikTok, so I'll go ahead and link my TikTok down below. But I have so many new styles that I want to try. I don't want like an enormous lash today, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one's really pretty. So this is the Ioni Wispy Crisscross Lash. So this is actually a brand new collection. I'll show you up close how it looks. So this is what it looks like up close. Just like a sparse, like wispy pair. Really pretty. Yeah, that's just like enough lash. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply these off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And upon application, I feel like these do look a little bit bigger than I anticipated, but you know, the bigger the lash, the closer to Jesus or whatever. So let's go ahead and move on with the face. Now we do have a face brush set here. And I'm gonna take this out of the packaging. So we get a makeup removing towelette or something. Oh, so this is like a makeup eraser dupe kind of thing. Really pretty color though. So maybe we'll test that out later. Alright, so we have 4 complexion brushes in here. Now there was more complexion brushes in this collection that were loose, which I didn't understand why you didn't just do like a whole brush set with all of them in there. But, you know, I was not a part of that meeting, so I have no idea what happened there. But we have 4 brushes. We have a fan brush, a skin brush, a blush brush, and a highlight brush. Now, I usually never follow what brushes usually tell me to do, but in this sense, I think I will kind of try to. No, I don't think I will, actually. So I'm going to use these however I feel fit. Now, I believe this is like a blush brush. This is the like skin brush. This is a fan brush that I would have used for highlight, I'm guessing. But then I think this is the highlight brush they're talking about. Now this is a domed, dense brush. Now I would use this for like cream contour, concealer, you know, something like that. But I don't know about highlight. But again, I'm going to take some brush cleaner, spray that. I'm going to start off with foundation. Now this is the foundation brush. This is a 036 brush. What foundation do we want to use today? So I'm going to mix my LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in Caramel and my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Foundation in 300. So I'm going to take the foundation brush and I'm going to mix these together. Now, I feel like this did soak up all my foundation. But let's see. So we're going to apply. Now, I think applying foundation with this kind of brush is really like old school. Nobody really does that anymore because there's so much better brushes out there. Now, what I am going to do though is I'm just going to spread this on and then take the sponges from the same collaboration that we have used in my other video that I will also link down below to further buff this out. Ooh, this is a really good color. So, taking the sponge from this collection, I'm just going to go ahead and sponge this out. Ooh, this is a super pretty combo together. I don't know if I've used this combo, I'm sure I have, but can't remember. So this is a really pretty brush because I can really like go in and touch up my brows. Although I do feel like this did soak up some foundation in. I'm going to go in with concealer and I just got the Anastasia, what is this called? Magic Touch Concealer. I got the color 8. Now, these colors are weird. Super weird applicator. Super weird colors. But I got this color because I know how I want my concealer to look. And I feel like this was the closest to what I want. So, I guess we're just going to have to deal with that. Now, I don't think this actually is what I want in a concealer. So, I might have to get a better color in this. I'm going to first blend out the larger areas with the face sponge. Oh yeah, actually I think this is what I want in a concealer. Yeah, I think this is it. And then I'm going to take the baby sponge. This is super full coverage, like a little of this goes a long way. So I think I use entirely too much concealer on my under eye. Is there ever too much concealer? No, probably not. But I feel like I can just blend and blend and blend this away. Actually, I'm living, so disregard what I said earlier. Love, 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 love. Before anything creases, I'm going to take the microfiber sponge in the same collection. And I think I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty powder in banana. Forget how much product this picks up. Like, I think it picks up a little bit too much product. So I just like stamp it into the lid. I did prep my skin using my usual routine. So like my Glow Recipe and my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched face base. And then I used my Laura Mercier illuminating eye cream under my eye. So everything was prepped the same. I'm telling you guys, this sponge is crazy. I did recently just purchase the Juno & Co. The like first microfiber velvet sponge that, you know, ever came into the market. I did purchase that one. And I want to see if there's like a huge difference between them. There probably is not. But I just was curious because if this is what I'm missing out on microfiber sponges, then I need all of them in my collection. God, I forgot the way this powder smells so heavenly. It smells like vanilla or like cupcakes. I haven't used this in a video, I don't think. If I have, whatever. But I'm going to take the Jeffree Star translucent powder. Oh God. I don't know if I'd like this. I can't remember. I don't think I've used this actually on camera. But I'm going to take this everywhere else. Speaking of powders that smell good, this one smells like cotton candy. And it's so yum. Okay, so the Fenty is not the best like powder to like bake with because I think it's a little too dry. So I'm just going to go in with the 049 brush. I just like can't believe what like the results you get from that microfiber sponge. Like, I don't know what I've been missing out on. Okay. Not necessarily what I wanted to use this brush for, but whatever. Let's finish out the under eye, shall we? I'm gonna go back with the 041 brush and kind of touch up my inner corner highlight that might have been lost just now. Then I'm gonna smoke out the lower lash line. I'm gonna take the color, what is this called again? Ram. On the 043 brush, just on like the edges here. So this brush is really nice to like smoke out the lash line with because it's tight, but it's fluffy. So it like blends it as well. So that's nice. I'm gonna carry all the way through. Nice and smoky under there. I'm gonna dip into just a pinch of cherry and hit that more right in the middle. Lately I haven't been doing any like waterline or like bottom mascara, but today I kind of want to. I'm gonna take my Lash Power from Clinique. I love this mascara for the bottom lashes because the brush is so tiny. Actually, I think this is starting to dry out on me. Yeah, okay, so this is starting to dry out on me. Got the job done, so I'm gonna take another Clinique eye product. So this is the Clinique Quickliner Intense in Intense Ebony. Now, I have been hearing from my coworkers that this is it. So I'm gonna try, this is my first time actually trying this. Okay, so that went on so creamy and so smooth with intense pigment. I love this. This is definitely like something that like I feel everybody should use. Now that we finished up the eyes, let's move back to the face. So in this case, I don't really get like a bronzer brush, which kind of bums me out. So the way I like to do bronzer, I don't see this brush being very beneficial for me, but I think this will work for like contour. I have the Ofra, I think this is like this is the Ofra face palette in medium. This is the Midi palette. Midi palette? Midi, I don't know. This is the face palette. So it has like a nice contour in here that I'm gonna use. So this is called nope. Again, Ofra does this thing where they put all the names in the back, and I don't know which way it goes. So this color is either San Fran or Pacifica. I have no idea. So I'm just going to, it's the contour shade. So I'm gonna dip into that, and I'm going to very lightly build my contour. Okay, so that is working. So since this is synthetic fibers, this is just like gliding on the skin very softly. It's not like pulling or tugging or anything. So side with contour, side with no contour. So you can definitely see a difference almost instantly. So I think this is putting it on very well. Actually, I kind of like this little technique of like building the contour first. Yeah, looking for that. I love this color too. So for like my skin tone, like I'm a medium like tan skin tone. I guess tan more so. And it's hard to find like contour colors that like work, but I love this one. So this isn't coming off like a too cool toned or anything. It actually has like, I think you can like double this as like a bronzer if you wanted to, because it has like a warmer tone. So I love that. Oh yes, so like I love the way that looks. So I'm gonna use the color switch actually and like switch out the contour color so I can use the bronzer in the same technique. So whenever you use these like color switch things, like the color isn't always gonna completely come off, but it doesn't seem like anything is on there. So I'm gonna go into the, it's either I think it's Pacifica. So that's the bronzer color. And I'm just going to like lightly, yeah, because the bronzer color has a little bit of like a shimmer to it. So I'm just going to hit lightly. And actually, I feel like this would be good for like nose contour. Okay, yeah, so this is like really good when I want to be extra with my like contour routine. Because like this would be really good for like right up here. For like warming up the temples. So this does control my bronzer habit of over bronzing my forehead. It kind of helps me keep it like tight. So that's nice. Next up is blush. So I'm going to take the 048. So I have a brand new California blush that I want to use with this. I know it's kind of a little bit of a loud color, but I love this blush because it's so pretty. And you know, depending on how you use it, it comes off very soft. So I'm just swirling it in here, picking up some color. And I'm just going to hit it pretty softly on, like right on top of the contour. Yeah, so that just gives you like a little bit of color. California is pressed super hard. I don't know if you can see that. So it's like you really have to like get in there for some pigment, which is nice because then you can kind of just adjust how much color you want. So just like for right now, I just want like a little bit, just kind of even out the contour so I don't need like a whole lot of color from my blush. This of course is like really pretty on like fairer skin tones, but for like skin tones like mine, it really just gives you like that pretty like peachy pink kind of like look. Love that. And I think it really like matches with the contour because the contour keeps it kind of like dark, but then the blush kind of gives it like a little bit of life. Ugh, and California smells so good too. It's like kind of fruity. So we're just using like all the good smelling products today. Now, one of the last brushes that we're gonna use in our routine is the fan brush. Now, typically, I don't love a fan brush for my highlighter. I like more of like the Anastasia A23 brush or the Morphe 510 brush. Those are kind of the brushes I usually vibe for highlight. But since we do have it, we're gonna use it. In the same Ofra palette, they have Rodeo Dry, which is like their top highlighter colors. So of course we're going to dip into that. So grabbing that on the brush. Oh yeah. So normally with like fan brushes you go like this way, but since this one's kind of small, I think I like going this way. Oh yeah. See, like that's really pretty. Yeah, because then you can kind of just like sweep it and then go back. Oh my god, I love this formula. This is gonna be perfect for my nose highlight because it's just gonna hit right where I need it to. Okay, so this actually is way better than some of the other fan brushes in my collection. The other fan brushes I have are like these. So these are like a traditional fan brush. So they're like, I feel they're too fluffy and they kind of just like fluff like product everywhere. So the way I have loved to use these like fan brushes is for like a nose contour, for like bronzer. I don't like these for highlight because I feel like when you get it there, it just fluffs everywhere and you don't get like a precise application with these kinds of like fan brushes. But since this one is so condensed, you're able to really like almost like pack the product and then blend it. So pretty. I love Rodeo Drive. I love all these Ofra like face palettes. These are really like worth the money. I say that, I don't know how much these are, but I'll put the price of them somewhere up here. But if you are in the market for a face palette, I definitely would recommend grabbing one of these little ones because they have like all your essentials. They have a bronzer, a contour, and a highlight. Love that. I guess since we used this palette, I guess I can go in and just like grab a little bit of, I think this is supposed to be a blush. This is the color 6, and then Dream Chaser's in the middle. But I'm just gonna grab a little bit of both of those and kind of just top off. Not that we need to. The highlight that we already have. Okay, I need to stop. I need to put this down. I don't really know if I have like a new lipstick that I want to use, but I'm just going to go ahead and do some lip liner first and then I can figure it out. So this is the 24/7 Urban Decay lip liner in Gash. I think I'm going to take this Clinique lipstick in Tickled. It's like a deeper color. I'm not loving the color, so I'm going to take the Urban Decay X Kristen Leanne. This is an old collaboration. This is in Bun Bun. And it's just like a pale nude color. Okay, yeah, so that gave me like a little bit more dimension, I think. That's kind of what I wanted. Now to just finish these out, I'm just going to take the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Kind of just set everything down. Okay, so that's kind of the end of the video. Now, I do think I love these brushes. They are very soft. Of course, they are all synthetic. Now, like I said, Victoria Lynn, don't know who you are, boo, and I really don't care. But, like, I needed these brushes because of the pretty color story. Like, I love yellow. I love blue. I love how bright they are for, like, a collection. Like, this is going to liven up my brush collection by so much. But I love them. I think you could definitely find yourself getting this collection. Now, I don't like the way they like separated everything. Like the other face brushes, there's like a big powder brush, I think like a foundation brush, I don't know. But I think they could have done like a all-in-one kind of thing like they've done for holiday. Like I said, I don't like the way they separated everything, but you know, that's what it is. And I know for a fact that I have already talked about the sponges. I think the sponges in this collection alone are worth it. Now, I did get these on sale, and most of the time Real Techniques is on sale somehow, so definitely like take advantage of a sale if there is one. But I am definitely going to use and integrate these into my existing makeup collection, my existing brush collection, because I do feel like these are useful brushes to have. That I'm sure the eyebrow brush, of course, isn't super special, or like the blending brushes aren't super like one of a kind, but I think they are very pretty. I think overall, I think it's a pretty solid collection overall. At least color, versatility, usefulness for sure. Like I said, Real Techniques is one of those brands that have been around for a long time, that have been consistently good, so they don't need my approval for sure. But Victoria Lynn does look very pretty on her like advertising, and like the advertising they did for the whole thing. I'll of course link her down below. I don't know who she is and I really don't care, but I really just wanted these brushes for the aesthetic and really nothing else. That is the end of the video. Tell me guys, do you think you're going to pick up anything from the Real Techniques x Victoria Lynn collaboration? If Real Techniques goes on sale again at Ulta, then I may consider getting the Alone brushes, but as of right now, I don't think I need them in my collection, but maybe later on in order to kind of finish it out. Overall, I think this is a great like fall makeup look using the Ofra x Samantha March collab, but so pretty. I'll leave, of course, all the information of everything that I use down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.